I got a couple things here, a couple fun things. We've done this with another guest or two, and they enjoy it. It's called Would You Rather, and I'm going to throw a couple of them out here, and you tell me how you would answer this. Would you rather spend 5 minutes talking to a ghost or a space alien?
Oh, I got to go with the space alien.
Why?
Well, because I believe in them. I'm not going to say more than ghosts, but I want to know who they are, why they're here, what they're looking for, and that's what I'd be interested in.
Is there somebody else of those two, like Bigfoot or whatever, that you would like even more? Is there something in this realm that you'd be like, or is it really the space aliens would be kind of the gold?
There's so much in the paranormal world, but I'd have to stick with the aliens. See what they want. Some people say they're our future. Some of them are coming from the future to the past just to see what's going on. Kind of like they are archaeologists or historians.
What do you think about the possibility that they've been around on the Earth for a long time and they're only here now because they gotta clean up their anything that they have left behind? They need to try to get it out of here, and that's why they're here. It's basically a big cleanup job trying to get all their stuff out before we can find it. I heard that just actually a week or two ago, and I had never thought of that before.
Well, I believe that they've been here for a long time. Maybe not the same race, because there's more than one race. There's quite a few different races.
You want to talk about that? Go ahead, talk about the different races, because I've recently seen that too, just briefly, about the different races.
You have the ones that everybody talks about. They call them
the gray. You have the Greys.
There you go, the Greys. Yeah. That's the one most people will
bring
up. Right? But there's the Nordics, which basically look like they're human, but they have that Norwegian look to them. They're blonde-haired, blue-eyed, handsome race. Then there's the reptilians. There's just a multitude of different races. Just like on this planet, we have a multitude of different races, I guess you could say. But I don't know that they would be here trying to clean up. I think they're here trying to make sure we don't blow everything up.
That's fair, because there's been stories where nuclear facilities have had UFOs.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think there was one in the 60s. I don't remember the details. If you know, go ahead and share. If not, we can research it a little bit more.
Well, wasn't there one in the real quick? I don't remember if it was like Wyoming or Montana, but it was a missile base, and they started getting all these alarms going off, and then the guards were calling the guys inside in the control room, telling them that there's something out here. There's something out by the front gate up in the sky. We don't know what it is. What should we do? And in the meantime, the alarms are going off inside the control room, and everything went dead. All the missiles, you couldn't have fired them if you wanted to. They just all went offline, which was supposed to be not possible. It was supposed to be impossible for something like that to happen. Well, of course, once these ships or UFOs went away, everything came back online again. And they never have been able to explain. So,
and that's documented, because I see people who were stationed there who have said this happened.
Right.
We'll have to look. Tim, we'll have to look more into that story. Did you ever hear that story?
No.
It's the same like cars. You might see a UFO and the cars go dead. Just everything quits. That's happened to police officers, of course, just regular folks driving along, and they see something and their automobile just goes dead, doesn't work anymore. It supposedly happened to several different fighter planes up in the sky when they were chasing these UFOs. Some countries like Iran and Russia tried shooting at them, but their controls wouldn't work. Their missiles wouldn't launch. So is that all related kind of stuff? They have the power and ability to cancel out our technology? If they're traveling around the stars, I think that would probably be a pretty easy thing for them to do.
Yeah, and it seems to be a pretty pervasive theme. I mean, you see stuff all the time. Like Mark's got me watching that Skinwalker Ranch now, and a lot of that equipment, no matter what it is, whether it's helicopters or drones or rockets, or I don't know how the hell they get the rockets to seize up because they're on a pad. It's real simple, but all the equipment, no matter what it is, it just fails to work, and somehow it seems like they're able to shut that off and prevent it from
right. It happens quite often.
I got another one for you. If you were in a MMA cage match with either a space alien or a Bigfoot or a ghost, which one do you think would be an easy one to defeat versus which one would you be so scared of that you wouldn't have a chance?
Well, the ghost, you couldn't do nothing to him because every time you would swing at him, you go right through him. So
Right.
Can't do nothing to him. Bigfoot, they supposedly have the strength of 10 men, very, very strong and muscular. Probably wouldn't even hurt him. So I guess I would have to fight.
Hey, put me in there with Skinny Bob.
Yeah, but he don't look like he had too much muscle or anything like that.
No, I think I might be able to take him as long as he doesn't like probe my brain with
he
that
might
big
have
head
mind
of his.
control over you.
Yeah, you never know.
Exactly.
I might strangle. You start strangling yourself in the wrestling ring, right?
I think I would take my chances with Bigfoot, actually.
Would you?
Yeah, because I think it's a peaceful creature. Because if it wasn't peaceful, then we would have had Bigfoot attacks. We would have had people killed, maimed, and we've never seen that I know of, unless you know.
You gentlemen have to become more educated in that subject.
Okay, that's why you're here.
You got that word, educated. There's a cabin that they attacked. It's to this day they still call it Ape Canyon because these prospectors were down there in their cabin, and supposedly one of the prospectors had shot at one of these creatures, and that night their cabin came under attack from the hills, and these creatures throwing big stones and boulders and rocks down onto the cabin. So I'm trying to think of a well, it's very common that if you're out there in the woods and they don't want you there, they'll throw rocks at you. People report that all the time. Or they'll take a heavy stick and they'll bang on trees. But is that to scare you off, or is that how they communicate with other big feet, let's say? So, and there's been other cases. Farmers will report their animals tore from limb to limb. Bigfoot retaliating. If people shoot at them or whatever, they come back and they start tearing up some of their property. The Indians had lots of reports of being attacked by Sasquatch and Bigfoot, the ancient Indians. They called them wild men of the woods, and they had many other names for them.
Have there been sightings in every single I mean, we haven't had a chance to look at the map. I know there's maps out there. But are there any states where there haven't been any Bigfoot sightings?
Well,
or have they been in every state in the Union?
Rhode Island has very few. Rhode Island. And I don't recall if Hawaii has had any sightings.
I was thinking
as far as
Hawaii.
every other state, I'm sorry?
Where can you hide on an island in Hawaii? I mean,
well, they probably have sea creatures there come up out of the ocean.
And what about the Samoans? They're probably every bit as big as those Bigfoot, right?
Samoans, oh, those are big folks. Yes,
Big
they are.
guys.
Right.
Yes, they are.